Hi everyone, so I finally got some time on my side to make a video regarding Strix G17. This comes with a 5900 HX and an RTX 3060 with 16 gigs of RAM. So I've been using it every day for my regular office work, and I finally got some time to make some videos for you guys. So this video will focus on Cinebench R20 and R23. So let's make sure that we are in performance mode. Skip, and I will just go to Armory Crate, and we are in turbo. So practically this should be the highest performing category for this laptop. As you can see, we are running at 50C on CPU right now. So I will try to put this side by side, so maybe it's possible for us to see some temps and the level of clocks we are getting. So let's give it a try. Based on my experience, the CPU will clock close to 4 GHz stable on clocks, and the temps will be close to 84 or 85C under stress. Practically the fans should not kick up very high. I think you will sense that this laptop stays very cool, and that's because of the awesome processor from AMD, and that's one of the reasons I bought this. So last time when I did an overview for this laptop, I was getting close to 5248. Then I tried to record using the Windows game bar and record a Cinebench video, and what I found out was my scores actually dropped to 4754. So that means the game bar actually takes significant hit when recording, you using the game bar itself on Cinebench. So let me just give it one more try. The current score was 5144. So let's see whether we get another better one. So as you can see, the clocks are close to 4 GHz. The temps are close to 83C. The fans have kicked in, like they're not too loud, but they're not too silent either. But it's not uncomfortable. So right after this benchmark, we will jump to R23 and see how it performs. So roughly 5121. So I don't think I'm getting any lucky this morning. So let's just jump to R23. And then see how this works. So I will run the single core first and then the multi-core. So on single core, temps are obviously under 70C, and the clocks you can expect is 4.3 to 4.4. But R23 is comparatively a longer benchmark, so it takes a lot of time. But I'm pretty sure you guys can bear with me, because if you're making a purchasing decision, I think this will be very helpful. But the temps on this laptop are crazy. I actually find this cooler than my Legion 5 Pro, but maybe the reason is I use Legion 5 Pro with my graphic card turned on. So there's no way in Legion 5 that you can completely shut off RTX 3070. It has a mux switch, so it will go to auto or dedicated 3070. But for this laptop, there's an option where you can completely turn off 3060, and that's great for battery life. On average, this laptop has been giving me 10 to 11 hours of battery life, and that's with actual work. So we are at 4.4 gigahertz. Temps are still under 70, 68, 69. I hope you guys can see more clearly because I'm using a phone just to record videos. It's not a dedicated camera, and my phone stand is also kind of wobbly, so if I touch it slightly it will wobble. But anything works, and I hope this helps you guys. So just waiting for the single core to end. As you can notice, for day-to-day work, which is not using significant cores, you won't even hear the fans kicking in. It's super silent, super stable. And then I will also make a video of how to customize the keyboard layout, because this is a per key RGB. So I made profiles for my Fortnite, for my Call of Duty, for my Visual Studio shortcuts and all that stuff. But yeah, this is practically my first laptop with per key RGB. The only per key RGB I had before was on my desktop Razer Huntsman Elite, which I love. So this was unexpected. When I bought it, on the advertisement it mentioned 4-zone RGB, so I was kind of surprised that I have that feature. The display of the laptop, I wouldn't compare it with Legion 5 Pro, but this is pretty decent for working on your day-to-day schedule. But I'm pretty sure it's decent for gaming. It's very fast panel. It's not super bright. It does not have HDR support. It does not have Dolby Atmos or Dolby Vision. It has Dolby Atmos speakers, but I think that's more of a gimmick, because you cannot have a real Atmos surround system feeling from a 2-speaker system on this laptop. So that's a bummer. But they advertise it as if it has Atmos, just like a lot of speaker manufacturers in the world were making soundbars, and they just claim it has Atmos because it can process Atmos signal, but it's not actually close to the experience you can get with a dedicated system which has Atmos. I think it will be slightly slower than Threadripper 1950, but it will be way faster than the i9-9880H. So I'm expecting a score of roughly 1300 to 1400, but I will be surprised if it goes near to 1600. I mean 16,000. the parts with the walls are usually processed way faster. Just a note that compared to Legion 5 Pro, the best thing about this laptop is the trackpad. It's absolutely amazing. It's so smooth to use. I was actually had a very different feeling when I touched this mousepad because Legion 5 feels more plasticky and it doesn't, your fingers don't slip as much as on this one. For work purpose, that's the reason I switched to this laptop, because higher battery life, and if I can have that kind of good trackpad while working, that's no way I can go back to Legion 5 just for work. So now Legion 5 Pro is my more like a media consumption high-end gaming laptop. This will be the daily driver for work and for projects, but if I have to render videos or do something with high-end GPU, I will always go for Legion 5 Pro. So we are hovering at 4.4 with 66C. Remember, we are using turbo profile, and practically I cannot hear the fans right now. So it's that stable, that well managed heat dissipation system. I haven't opened up this laptop yet, but another positive is this laptop has 3 NVMe slots, so you can add two more hard drives. So I'm planning to get ADATA 2 terabyte sticks and make it total 5 terabyte. But I'm planning to do that in the coming 2 months. Not right away. So for now, I just migrated all my projects, all my repos, emails, and everything on this laptop just to use it for work. But the plan is that I can have more and more games on it once I have an external drive or additional drive in this laptop. So I basically installed all my installed games on an external drive, which I will use to benchmark. So the frame rate we see or the loading times are not real because the games will be running using external drive. Wow. So this thing is like way faster than a lot of desktop processors. Even Threadripper with 32 core. That's crazy. But I noticed like the 1165 G7 for a 15 watt is not too bad. But I think this is a different score. I think the leap in performance by AMD is just crazy. I don't think anybody's buying Intel laptops anymore unless you're looking for high-end models which are still backed up by sponsorship by Intel or special deals with these brands, but otherwise it doesn't make sense. I actually owned Strix G17 17-inch with the RTX 2060 That one had a 8750H. I have been using that for like last 3 years. The reason I sold that was that once your laptops are out of warranty, I think if you sell them early, you will get better value for your machine. So I sold it for roughly 4,200 ringgits. That's about $1,000 after using it for 3 years. And I bought this laptop by topping up 1,500 ringgits. That's roughly making up the price of this laptop, which is like close to 6,000 ringgits, and that translates to 1450 USD. I think it's not a bad deal. That laptop, the previous one I had 32 gigs of memory, which was upgraded, and it had 1 more terabyte drive. So with respect to memory and space, I have a downgrade, but I have a way better graphic card, which is obviously way faster than 2060, and a way faster processor for this age. So, and plus that laptop could not even survive 1.5 hours of work compared to 10 hours on this one. So it was a no-brainer. It was already 3 years, so I decided to actually move to this laptop, even though I bought a Legion 5 Pro already. But again, I like that laptop, but that's more of a gaming laptop for me now. Also, don't forget, I posted a video for my Keychron K2V2, and I connected this with my Legion 5 Pro and my PS5. So I think that will give you guys a good idea of how well it performs.